everybody. Thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I have 3 distress spray stains here: broken china, twisted citron, and fossilized amber, and a piece of wax paper. And I'm going to work on a larger sheet today that I then may cut into 4 and make 4 separate pieces. I'm not sure yet. I may cut it in half. I may keep it whole. But the first thing I'm going to do is just get some ink down. Just spray some here and there and let it do what it wants. I'm going to roll it a little bit so that it creates some interesting patterns. I'm going to spray it with just some water so that I can move it around a little more. And I'm just going to keep adding it until I like the way it looks. I think I want some more of the green. And maybe just a quick spot over here of that fossilized amber. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And it's not going to soak in, and I don't want it to. I want it to keep its very wet, spotted texture. And all I'm going to do is just lay this down quickly, peel it up, and then I'll shift this out of the way. I'll just let this roll around as it wants. Just keep bending it, tipping it. I'm going to hit this corner again. What's nice is you can just keep going back in. And the more you do, the more you get. And you can grab a brush. Let's get this out of the way. I don't want to try to do this single-handed here. And you can mix it. And I'm just getting a background. That's all I want. There's nothing fancy about this. I'm going to flip it again and get that edge, because I really want everything to have some interesting texture. This clearly is not going to be a no-mess project. But there is the base that I'm working on. I'm just going to fold up my piece of wax paper and just throw it out. I don't want to have it sitting here getting messy. Okay, I am going to take this over and just hit it with my heat gun, and then we will commence with the main part of the project. Don't go anywhere. The piece is about 98% dry, and I'm ready to move on. I have some Panda oil pastels here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to keep it as one big piece. Work the whole thing at once, and then if I decide to cut it into smaller squares, rectangles, whatever, I can. But for now, I'm just coming in and very loosely marking up the surface. And I'm going to do it with my non-dominant hand too, so that I have even less control over the lines. And I'm holding it very, very loosely by the end. You can see the way it kind of just is slopping around. I can even use the non-pointed end and just let it roll. That gives a very nice line. And I'm just rolling it as I move it and letting it do what it wants. Let's put another little bit of brown there. There. And this turquoise one doesn't show up a lot, but I like it against the background. So there we are. I'll lift it up so that you can get a real nice shot of all the lines. Put all of these away. And I think you know what? I'm going to add one more little bit of blue in here to break that up. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do next is just put some music into the background and get a few more layers on this. It's not going to be a lot of layers. I'm not covering the whole thing. I really want the background to show through. Let's get started. So here it is. It's not quite dry yet. There are still some areas that are tacky, but I added, just using a beer bottle, some additional circles because I had a lot of rectangular shapes on this and I just wanted to break it up a bit. But there it is. It's all finished. It's not what I was expecting. It's not where I started, but I trusted the process and just let things unfold the way they were going to. and I'm quite happy with the result. I like the different details. I'm gonna add another, there we go, just 3 more circles down there using the bottom of a distress spray bottle. So I like the way it is. I hope that you will pull out your scraps and just kind of dive in, breaking up that white background, which can be very intimidating. It can be hard to know where to go, but just start, make a mark, see where it takes you, and trust and enjoy the process. I mean, all this was scraps. Tissue paper that I'd use spray ink on, a book page with paint from a stencil and then a stamp on top, another book page with an art foamy on top. This is a piece of pattern paper that I had just some old stencil clean off marks on, and then the bottoms, I used 1 rubber stamp, and then the bottom and top of a bottle, and the bottom of the distress spray ink. And I have a piece. Is it beautiful? Is it perfect? In its own way, yes it is. Thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.